Hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today, again, we are back with the more earthy, more grounded messages for week 4. And yeah, the gist is pretty much the same it was last time. We're going to see what you are in the process of releasing right now and what is going to be materializing next for you, and then we're going to get some more information out with the tarot. Now, just as a quick reminder, this is still a general reading, so please just take the messages that are targeted at you. You will know, you will feel it inside if something is specifically for you or if it isn't, and if it isn't ringing any bells. So just use your discernment as always, and everything else just leave behind. And also, I did just want to point out, because it was something that I noticed as I was shuffling the cards and getting them ready for your reading. The cards were really resisting. They were somewhat like unyielding, or yeah, I think resisting is the best word. So it was just something interesting that stood out to me, and I felt that it was important to mention it, because sometimes when I'm shuffling and preparing the decks, and as I'm doing that, I'm of course tapping into your energy as well. So sometimes the way that the cards behave indicates somewhat what your energy is, or what kind of energy you are currently in or surrounded by, or something like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out with the cards. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So if you are feeling somewhat resistant to whatever's happening around you, or if you are having a hard time with adjusting or coping with your current circumstances or life in general, then this message might be more specifically targeted at you, but we'll see. So we're starting off with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, as we did last time, and yeah, let's just jump straight on in. So let's see what you are in the process of releasing, or what burden, I should be more specific, what burden you are in the process of releasing. Yeah, the cards are actually hurting my hands. They're so stiff. Oh my goodness. You got 2 and in sequence. You have Standstill and the Sun. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to keep them over here like so. Standstill and the Sun, with Pachamama as the underlying energy. Okay, but let's get the other card out as well, and then we'll jump into them. So let's see what is going to be materializing next for you. Oh, we have the Sacrifice. Okay. Oh, and the Corn. Okay, well, that's a first. I think the last time we did this reading, or these more like earthy, grounded messages, we didn't get the Corn card for any sign. But, okay, let me kind of, again, sense my way through these cards. I'm going to then tell you what I'm feeling and sensing intuitively. And then I'm also going to read from the guidebook for you as well, and then we'll get into the tarot. Okay, so the message for you guys is actually somewhat layered and somewhat, yeah, let's just stick with layered. So the underlying energy with the Corn, I want to start from here. The underlying energy with the Corn is indicating a time of reaping rewards, a time of reaping the fruits of your labor, because it's all about the harvest time with the Corn card. It's actually a very auspicious card. It's a very positive card. And with it being the underlying energy for your reading, I feel that that's kind of the energy that you are aiming for, or that you are striving towards. I don't feel that this is something that you are currently in, or that you currently have. And I'm not saying that you don't have any like positives in your life, because clearly, I mean, obviously everyone does. This feels more like some kind of reward or some kind of blossoming that is yet to have taken place. Because with your energy, and it's actually even funny that you have this standstill here, because when I was talking about the cards and how they are somewhat resisting and unyielding, this is very stagnant energy. And I do feel with the sun coming out next to it that there has been some kind of stagnation, especially when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your creative expression, and just following your bliss, or following your calling, following what really like makes you excited and really makes you enthusiastic about things. That's the energy that I get with the sun. The sun is also very much a more masculine energy, a more going after and doing and achieving, and I kind of feel like that side of you has either been forced to kind of be more suppressed, or be more in check, or you haven't found a proper outlet for whatever it is that you are feeling inside, whatever this creativity of yours, or whatever this, again, this happiness that you are striving towards, or this achievement that you are striving towards is for you, whatever that is for you. I feel like there's something that you have been kind of sitting on, I want to say. Like literally, I feel like either it's your potential, either it's your like imagination, or your creative thoughts and feelings, and however you like to express yourself creatively, whatever your specific outlet is. But there is some kind of stagnancy, some kind of structure, some kind of, as the card very aptly says, standstill, right? There's just been non-moving energy. But now with the sacrifice, this is an interesting one, because this is the energy, or the situation that is going to be materializing for you guys next. And with this, I actually feel that it's symbolizing some form of release that you're going to have to go through in order to get to this, in order to get to your happiness, in order to get to your achievement or your result, the thing that you are ultimately after. There needs to be some kind of letting go, some kind of release, some kind of, as the card says, sacrifice. And whenever there is some kind of sacrifice, it insinuates that there has to be a letting go of something that means something to us, that has value to us, that we wouldn't maybe necessarily very happily let go of, right? So in this case, the sacrifice for me feels like it's you sacrificing your either comfort or your kind of usual setting, something that you're very familiar with, something that you kind of have always had, or you have always been in, or you've always done, you've always known. It's very, it feels very much like you kind of have to let go of your comfortability and your security that you have in your current circumstances or your current surroundings, even though they are somewhat stagnant and somewhat keeping you a tad stuck, maybe. I don't necessarily feel like a lot of like oppression or suppression or anything like that, but there's something that is not moving as it should or as it wants to. With the sun, I feel like it's it's wanting to shine, it's wanting to be expressed, it's wanting to be let out. But with this, it's with this standstill, it's not happening. It's very much being structured. It's very much being kind of boxed or walled in. So it does seem like you kind of need to let go of the comfort, or I can't say that word, familiarity. Yeah, familiarity of the way that you've always been, or the way that you've always done things, or some kind of familiarity in your current circumstances, whatever that is for you, whether it's an actual physical location and you kind of need to move to someplace else to fulfill your dream, or you need to switch jobs, or you need to choose some kind of different hobby, or whatever it is for you, however it manifests for you. There's something that you need to, again, kind of sacrifice to be able to reach this new achievement. And again, I don't feel like it's anything like actually like tangible per se, but it more so feels like you kind of need to let go of the comfortability of having something, just something that you are comfortable with, something that you know very well. It's that kind of energy. I hope I am making myself fairly understood. But we're also going to read from the guidebook. So with the standstill, let's see, we have: when standstill appears, it is a symbol of pausing, the act of observation and breathing space. It represents the benefits of temporary non-action, as well as what happens when one is stuck. Yeah, exactly. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information, or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all the parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus off whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. So yeah, again, I just want to remind you guys that this is, or these two cards are the burden that you are in the process of releasing. So this is something that you are moving out of, or that you're currently working through. But yeah, I feel like it is, again, I feel like it is very strongly tied to this next energy over here that is going to be materializing for you, so that you can move to your ultimate goal or your achievement. I don't know why I want to say achievement all the time, but it feels like some kind of achievement. Okay, we have the sun. The sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark, feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in its zenith during a scorching summer. Have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? It is time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and to add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. Yeah. Exactly. So that aspect of you, I feel, has very much been forced to be still. But we also have the sacrifice. The sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifice sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, sorry, it's again these names. I can't pronounce these names. Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that Spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. The sacrifice asks that you offer to Spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. With the corn. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. So yeah, that's that's the energy of the cards. But let's look at the tarot and see if we can get anything else as well. This is the Druidcraft Tarot, and I want to start with this section as always. We're going to see what this burden that you are in the process of releasing, what this burden has taught you. What has this burden taught Aries? Whoa. And we got exactly 2. I absolutely love when that happens. But we have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Swords with the Prince of Swords. Okay, so it's interesting, but I feel like it's that the energy that you have been forced to be in, right, where you've just been forced to kind of be still, and like maybe you haven't been allowed to express yourself to the fullest of your capabilities, or maybe you've just, again, you haven't felt like you've had the proper outlet, or you haven't known where to put your creative efforts in. But in any case, it feels like this standstill energy has taught you to kind of be okay with this quote unquote being stuck, where you are not as, you don't feel as attacked, or almost, maybe attacked is not the right word because it's so aggressive, and I don't mean it in an aggressive way, but I just feel that it's kind of taught you to be more okay, to be more, again, comfortable with the uncomfortability of the situation, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Where you've just kind of learned to, again, be okay with the not being able to move, with feeling somewhat restrained or constricted in some way. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of taught you to rebel less against it. Yeah, thank you. To rebel less against it, to rebel against the situation that you are in, or the actual physical circumstances that you are forced to deal with. It's yeah, it has taught you to rebel less in situations that are not maybe the most pleasant for you, and in that way you've just kind of learned to deal with these situations better, and to cope with them better, and in a more healthy way. I also want to add, for some reason, in a more healthy way. But let's look at the new energy, quote unquote, the new energy that is materializing next for you guys. And what I want to see is what this energy is going to bring you, or why it is materializing for you guys. Whoa, that was super quick. We have the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. You're getting some really interesting cards. And the Hermit. Okay, that's the underlying energy. I don't know whether it's really straight, and I apologize if the cards are not really straight, because I know that it drives me absolutely crazy, but sometimes I'm just not able to see it the best, because I see them like straight, but then on camera there's somewhat, well, not very straight. Let's just say it like that. It's kind of repeating the same thing that I said with the Corn card, or with the underlying energy card, where it seems that you kind of have to walk away from something, or you have to quote unquote accept defeat about something. But again, I feel like it's all to do with your comfortability, and your, again, where you feel safe, where you feel comfortable, where you feel secure, what you are used to, right? Your kind of natural habitat, if that makes sense. Or, okay, maybe that's not the best word to use, but you know what I'm trying to say. So we are creatures of habit, and we tend to very much get stuck in places that we know and that we feel comfortable in. So I feel like that's the aspect that you kind of need to let go of, and that's the aspect in which you kind of need to accept, again, quote unquote, defeat, so that you would be able to build like this new kind of stability, or new kind of prosperity for yourself and build a very, very strong foundation. Because for some reason I feel a tie with the Corn card and this Four of Pentacles, which is all about accumulating wealth or accumulating stability, and especially in the material sense, because this is the Pentacle suit. And with the Hermit card as well, it feels like there's some kind of maturing that is also embedded in the process, where you just become more enlightened, you become more aware of your own tendencies, of your own behaviors, of your own patterns, and yeah, it feels like you're just gaining some sense of wisdom as well, some sense of growth with the stepping out of what you know and what you're comfortable with, and putting yourself in something that you are maybe not so comfortable with, but that will ultimately take you to your result, take you to the place where you're able to express yourself, where you're able to let your creativity flow, where you're able to let your creativity actually manifest and materialize in the physical, and you're able to reap the benefits of that. It's fairly straightforward with you guys, I feel like. So I hope that made sense. But I also want to give you, I decided to get out my sweet oracle cards. These are the Earth Magic Oracle cards. They are one of my favorite cards. This is my absolute soul and hug deck. So yeah, we're going to get some oracles from the Earth Magic and see what the last piece of advice or suggestion is for you guys from this deck. Any last piece of advice for Aries regarding this spread? Oh my goodness. Too many. Okay, well, this is an absolute chaos. Oh boy, my little feathers as well got knocked out of place again. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Any last pieces of advice for Aries regarding this spread? Okay. Well, we have two, so I'm going to take two, otherwise I'm going to be here forever. We have Fog, Veiled, and Dreamtime Creation. How crazy is that? Exactly what I was saying, like this creative force that is being somewhat like restricted within you is it's kind of what is coming out over here. But I do feel like it's the message here is that this is just a temporary state, and just like the fog, which clears out eventually, right? It dissolves eventually. So will this suppression or this restricted energy on your creation, and then your creation will be able to come forward and manifest in its full beauty. So yeah, I'm going to keep the cards over here somehow. Hopefully they'll be in frame okay. Let's just look at the underlying energy quickly as well. Oh my god, Milky Way perspective. Okay, wow. Yeah, I guess it is. It's all a matter of perspective anyway, isn't it? So that's kind of a beautiful way to end the reading here. I don't know where these cards are going to go, because these tarot cards especially are really, really large. But that's it. I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope that this reading gave you something useful. And if this was your story, if this made sense to you, if it resonated with you, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me, and it would let me know that I've been of some use to you guys, which is very, very important, because this channel is all about that. And also, if you haven't already, but if you did enjoy my energy and my style of doing tarot readings, then please don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss out on all the future readings that we will be doing together, and all the fun we are going to be having. So yeah, thank you so much again for spending this time with me and for letting me read for you. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.